Who's the hardest player for you to coach?
Hardest player for me to coach? Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
Now, you coached some great ones.
I've had some good ones. The hardest player.
Did you coach Reggie Miller?
I coached Reggie. No, I played with Reggie. Didn't coach Reggie.
Okay.
You know, I coached Kenyon. I coached Jason Kidd. I coached Baron Davis, Chris Paul. You know, Chris Paul might have been the easiest superstar I ever had to coach.
Yeah, the great ones are, man. When they buy into the system.
You know, Kenyon might have been one of the hardest to coach. You know, because Kenyon had a way of doing things. But once he got involved in the game or practice, whatever, then he give you everything you got.
You had him at the
I had him in Jersey.
Yeah. Okay.
And, you know, I was like, look, man, you know, Kenyon would come to them days where he's like, Coach, I'm T.I. Red. I was like, you what? I'm T.I. Red, tired. Can't practice today.
Exactly.
I swear to God, you been with Coach Kenyon, right? But he'd come to me, he'd be like, I'm T.I. Red. I said, T.I. Red? Yeah, tired. Can't practice today. I said, oh, okay. So I developed a thing with our strength coach. I said, okay, if guys can't practice, I said, I want you to tear their ass up. I want you to work them so hard, you know, that they don't want to be with you. Yeah. So I was like, all right, Kenyon, you know, going over there with such and such, you know, he's gonna just work you out today and blah, blah, blah. About a week later, he came, Coach, T.I. Red today. I said, all right, we're going over there. He said, no, I'll practice. So Kenyon, as much as I love Kenyon, he might have been one of the most difficult guys to coach because, you know, it was just hard getting him to practice. But you know once he practiced, he was great.
Yeah, and the thing I found out about Kenyon is that guy gave it to you in the game.
Every time.
He gave it to you. So like I was in Denver, he wasn't one of the hardest coaches. I'm a coach. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But the one thing I respect about him, if he gave it all to me in the game and he came in, he never said that, but he's like, Coach, I can't go today.
He never told you he was T.I. Red?
No, I ain't never heard that.
But see, now you had him a little bit later. I had him his first 3-4 years. Yeah, so he was still young.
And cocky still.
And I'm like, okay, yeah, you had a great game, but you still gonna practice. You know, so I had that type of thing with him. So me and him, and we didn't butt heads because I tell you what, like you said, Kenyon Martin, when that ball was thrown up, Kenyon Martin gonna give you 110%, and he gonna go after people. And I love that about him. I loved his toughness. I loved his grit, and a hell of a defender. His damn self. I mean, he can guard multiple positions as well.
Wasn't afraid of nobody.
Wasn't afraid of nobody. I mean, that kid had no fear, and one of the smartest players I had. You know, but just getting him to practice and getting him ready to get for, it was like pulling teeth, Coop. It was like pulling teeth. But I love Kenyon. But now let's